Kia ora. This is Artist Diaries week 6, the start of week 6. And I said 10 days ago that I fell off, and anyway. It's Monday, Moon Day. I don't even know where to start. Hey, I don't even know where to start. I do know where to start. I did some reflecting on Saturday, I think it was. Oh my goodness. I feel like I've had to sit down and do this. And sit down and, I did no planning for last week. I didn't do fucking anything relating to this last week. And I just felt the need to sit down, do my planning for the week for my Artist Diaries, and put some questions back to myself after this heavy period of just consistent creating. So starting from today, Monday, Moon Day, I've put, where do you feel you're at creatively? Now we're over the halfway mark. And what former patterns have you noticed coming up? What are you committing to break these? And so I've planned out my week for this week, which I'm happy with. I feel like it's just putting it down is getting me back on track to this. And I understand that this concept of being off track with this one thing is not it's not me. Who cares? I haven't been off track. I've just diverted from this for a minute, which I think I said in my last video anyway. But where do you feel you're at creatively starting week 6? I feel accepting of the fact that uncertainty is inevitable despite how self-assured you are. I feel understood by myself, grateful of where I give myself permission to release, to alchemize frustration to fun. I feel myself laughing at my indifference instead of succumbing to the apathy like I once did. I feel the way my creation is not finite. I feel lack of any resistance to that fact. This is the real gift in my eyes, which it really is. I find myself sometimes struggling with this concept of pride, because I feel like the things I like, when I feel super proud and super grateful and super like I am feeling this gift that I have, a lot of the time it is on my own and behind closed doors and before something's finished and in the process or in the realization of something. And I find it's a difficult thing to articulate sometimes, because people, like, the general expectation, because of the, reality we live in, is that something happens and then you go, that's so amazing that I've done this. I don't know. But this is the real gift in my eyes, the gift of, like, when I make something or when I have an idea, it's never met with that is my only one, or that is the one, or that's where it stops, or I'll never be able to make something as good as this again. Because in my eyes, everything that I make in the present moment has to be the best thing I've ever made, and not has to be as in that is the expectation I put on it, but it has to be because it is the present moment. the person I am now has to make the best thing, because I can't say that the person, even 5 minutes ago, that made XYZ, that's the best. Favorites, look, I can play favorites, but whatever I make in the present moment has to be the best thing I make, because it's the present moment. It's the only one we have. And that is infinite. Mistakes have become something to use, sometimes becoming my favorite part of a song, which is true, and this has helped shift my perspective on perfectionism. I wrote and recorded about 12 songs in the period of 3 weeks, which is just fucking crazy. Which is actually just fucking crazy. But I'm super fucking proud of that. I don't have to be in love with every single thing I create, though I do need to remind myself I love this because I made it. Former patterns and how I have committed to breaking them. Number 1 is feeling crazy. Accepting that somebody else is crazy is my regular. Creating is my regular. Not being good enough / comparison has come up as well in the last week or 2. I've just put that my vision and my voice that guides my creativity has never requested a reason, nor has it asked for an excuse. All it ever asked of me is movement. I've always honored and obliged to that request. I'm learning how to apply this shift in perspective on perfectionism. My North Node is in Virgo. With this placement, it's the over-analytical, hypercritical perfectionist that gets to transform into the creator who finds perfection in the mistakes, takes a new approach instead of criticizing and attempting to fix the same issue repetitively, gives herself permission to walk away without resentment, stands on the creative decision once it's made. That last one, stands on the creative decision once it's made, I felt a bit of resistance there. And I've put here that last one I have not been doing. It's led me closer to the apathy I was previously referring to. Where I had put I feel myself laughing at my indifference instead of succumbing to the apathy like I once did. Because I do this thing where I just go, I don't care, I don't want to do this anymore. I give up, I don't want to do it. And so I've been kind of laughing at that rather than actually genuinely sitting in that feeling of apathy. That being said, and Mercury retrograde has not fucking helped. It's been fucking emotional these past week or 2 as well. Yeah, really fucking emotional. And I feel like writing and recording this shit has been like so fucking healing, bro. So fucking healing. And I love what I've made. I do, well, most of it. But yeah, what was I talking about? The stands on the creative decision once it's made. Because I keep going back and forth. With myself on specific things, and I'm just going to listen to what I've just written and what I've just said, which I'm going to take some new approaches. I'm going to find perfection in mistakes and imperfection, not just the ones that are my favorite mistakes that become something really cool, but genuinely just where I don't know what I'm doing, and just let it sit and let it be what it is, because at the end of the day, it's my vision and my voice which has guided this creatively, And I trust that. I do. I trust the fuck out of that. And I'm going to stand on some more creative decisions this week. Yeah. I think I wrote something else maybe that I wanted to share. I was just, it's not even that bad or intense about like being worried about sharing music to people. I've put here, I think it's on Saturday, something shifted in me. In 3 weeks I've written and recorded 12 songs. I gave myself a month. 11 of those were written and recorded in the past 2 weeks. An album not yet finished, but 2 more weeks may be the perfect amount of time. I'm astonished. It's one thing to see your soul, but hearing it on repeat has been and hit different. I can't stop listening, truly. Healing, freeing, frustrating. Familiar feelings felt in a new way, though. It's fun to see all I've picked up on along the way. I don't know where this leads me to next exactly. I had no idea I would be making art in this way until I was doing it. And I'm approaching the point where I share it. The best way to do this, best ? Then I thought about what I would say on YouTube. No best way, just the way it's done. Divine timing aligned to my highest timeline, point blank. The consumption of media versus the consumption of a person. My Substack article, which I have not yet written. Wednesday, ? Who knows? Versus the art of detachment. I'm tired, but my soul is fed. My ancestors have been loud, my judgment a little clouded. Just for a couple of days, but a breakthrough today. I fuck with my sound and my voice and feel it, let it hit in the same way as other people's music has done and does do for me. And it's just like, yeah, no shit, Jules. And I said all of it. And it's like I'm part of this continuity of collective expansion that put me in this place of uncertainty, familiarity, and then again. Every time I played myself back, I fell in love, in awe, going, I made this. Jules, you made this. It's all my favorite. I'm letting it go, though, the need for all of my creations to be my favorites. So it was actually week 5, but I put week 4. We have been surrendering fully to the purpose, immense tears of release and relief, a new creative energy in myself found and loved. Oh, this was something I wrote because, I don't know, one of the fucking weeks prior. I put your stories are emotional ones. How does this relay in your art? Which I had, my stories are emotional ones, sometimes when I write them, sometimes when I sing them, sometimes when I act them out. Sometimes when the story is on its way to completion, sometimes when I play it 10 times over because it just feels that fucking good and I'm so in love with it. And now I get to paint different, dance different. I like to remind myself of this, and I'm excited to see the other areas my aligned, free-flowing, intense, beautiful, sexy creativity flows through to. What that looks like, sounds like, and feels like. For Mars Day, I wrote, how can I further initiate this creation? I don't have a now. I don't have a now beyond continuing to do it. And that's that on that. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm back on it. Tomorrow, I've just got some things. I don't have any questions for myself tomorrow, Wednesday. I do have What are your fears that have surrounded this juxtaposition of independence and co-creation? I've put Substack. Thursday, what have you learnt from this new avenue of creation? What are you excited for it to evolve into? And yeah, I'll go from there. But so yeah,